Christian Jimenez reporting to you live. Our new story for today, Ben & Jerry's ice cream. This is huge for the ice cream world. As you can see, we have a new flavor, chocolate chip cookie dough. And little history on Ben & Jerry, both brothers, born in Vermont. As you can see on the label, it says Vermont's finest. Very exciting. I'll be very happy to try this in a couple days. Oh, sorry. We're gonna have to put a pause on Ben & Jerry's. There's breaking news. Hand off to Daniel now.
Thank you, Christian. We have a very exciting story about the Rubik's Cube. The Rubik's Cube was ushered in the 80s, and the simple puzzle-like toy took the decade by storm. Originally designed in 1974 under the name Magic Cube, the product was renamed the Rubik's Cube in 1980 and went on to become one of the world's best-selling toys. In fact, the Rubik's Cube was so popular that more than 100 million of them were projected to sell between 1980 and 1982, and 300 million of them have been projected to be sold worldwide. We have breaking news on Zoe's new story.
Last night at 10:50 p.m. on December 8th, 1980, former Beatle John Lennon was shot outside of his New York City home by crazed fan Mark David Chapman. In an interview with Rolling Stone on December 5th, just 3 days before his murder, Lennon stated, "Give peace a chance, not shoot people for peace. All we need is love. I believe it." What? More breaking news? Okay, I got it. Last month, Michael Jackson released yet another hit titled Thriller. Today, we watched the 13-minute-long, frightening music video for the first time on MTV. Roll it. Another story? Seems to be a busy day on History News.
Big news, ladies and gentlemen. We just discovered the Titanic. On a joint mission with the French Navy, a U.S. Navy vessel discovered the sunken Titanic, which, as you all know, sank 70 years ago. I am fortunate enough to go to the Atlantic Ocean and cover it myself. See you there.
Hi guys! As you can see, the Titanic is right there! Wow! History being made right here in the Atlantic Ocean.
Upon arriving back from my trip from the Atlantic Ocean, I've got some very sad news for you guys. Yet another breaking story here on History News. It's a tough one. The NASA shuttle orbiter undertaking mission STS-51L and the 10th flight of the Space Shuttle Challenger broke apart 73 seconds into its launch, unfortunately killing all 7 of its crew members. This consisted of 5 NASA astronauts, 1 payload specialist, and a civilian school teacher. More breaking news. We can transition from this very sad thing. Daniel, let's pick it up with positivity, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christian. We've got some even worse news. On April 26, 1986, a sudden surge of power during a reactor systems test destroyed Unit 4 of the nuclear power station at Chernobyl, Ukraine, in the former Soviet Union. The accident and the fire that followed released massive amounts of radioactive material into the environment. The Chernobyl accident's severe radiation effects killed 28 of the site's 600 workers in the first hour. Now to Zoe with the Berlin Wall.
As the Cold War begins to thaw across Eastern Europe, the spokesman for East Berlin's Communist Party has announced that starting at midnight, the citizens of the German Democratic Republic will be free to cross the border. Both East and West Berlin have waited more than 28 years for this. Thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you today on History News.